Hello, hello. Wow, it's been a bit, and I'm so excited to be here. This upcoming week could possibly feel like just the hush after a storm. Some stillness when the air is charged, but it's finally breathable again. The cards on the table are the Ten of Cups, the World, and the Six of Swords reversed. Together, they're asking us to trust the calm, to choose calm, to realize that a cycle has ended and let our minds catch up to the peace our soul knows. And before we dive in, let's center ourselves. May our hearts flow in truth. May compassion guide our words. May connection outweigh fear. May we choose with tenderness and integrity, and so it is. So, the theme of the week, the Ten of Cups, kind of like crowns us with this quiet joy. We've been going through a tumultuous period, and there is harmony after what seems like a long rebuild. There is going to be harmony, and the world is affirming that a cycle is ending. There is closure, there is completion, signaling that whatever has been happening is coming to an end, that you are mastering an experience and going to a new one. Yet, with the Six of Swords reversed, I would say that this reminds us that we need to allow our minds that our minds have been possibly resisting that this is happening, that this cycle is ending. There's a possible resistance to that. Collectively, as we all know, we're seeing the same thing. Systems are cracking, people are waking up, and we're going through it. The headlines are screaming chaos. So this week is about choosing integration with the work that you've already done, and choosing serenity and having that be a rebellion, and not in a bypassing sense, but choosing as you're faring across, because with the Six of Swords, choosing to look forward instead of as it is. It's very a forlorn card in my mind. So things to remember this week with the Ten of Cups, because 10 in Kabbalah is all about Malkuth. So Malkuth and Bria, Mars and Pisces. It's very watery because the cups, so emotional wholeness. It isn't passive. That sacred resistance in a world addicted to outrage. Choosing softness after survival. And again, that doesn't mean bypassing. And I'd like you to ask yourself, what does emotional safety feel like in your body right now? Okay. And with the World card, so the completion with responsibility. So it's path 32, Yesod to Malkuth, things coming into the physical, Saturn. All four words of creation are being harmonized. The world isn't a finish line. It's like a graduation, because you're moving on to the next task. So Saturn is calling you to embody these lessons and build something enduring from them. And what is that? Your task is to model integrity where old structures have failed. So ask yourself, what chapter can I close with gratitude instead of resentment? And with the Six of Swords reversed, this is an interesting one. And I'm probably going to go off on a little tangent. Indulge me, if you will. So all these cards are all the people in this card are faceless. And they're moving away. They're ferrying across a river. It's very mercurial. Makes me think of like ferrying across maybe the river Styx. And it's an in-between. So you've crossed a threshold in completion, but you're moving on to your next kind of journey. So again, we're going to be choosing to look at through gratitude, because this card is all about, like, it seems kind of sad. It's swords. Um, it's Mercury in Aquarius, the air element. There's a sense of fatigue. And remember that whatever cycle has just closed, want to look at it with gratitude instead of resentment and not failure. Moving forward across this liminal journey, kind of like moving into the void. You don't know what it is going to be or what's going to happen. So this is a great time to go back to foundational things while you're going into your new thing, new transition. So what patterns or rituals or habits that serve your highest good keep you anchored? Okay. And which ones would keep you anchored in the past in like a not great way? And what does that look like? And really just ask yourself those questions. Okay. And that's what I've got for the 3 cards for this upcoming week. And we've got some fun things happening with the moon. We have the last quarter moon in Cancer on October 13th, which is asking us to release emotional residue and refine what remains. This goes along with the cards. And then after that, we've got a new moon in Libra, October 21st. So it's a great time to plant intentions for balance, justice, and harmony. And a ritual that you could do this week is grab a candle, any candle, and write down one thought or a fear or a loop that keeps you in old energy. And I want you to burn it or submerge it in water and say, I release the resistance, I choose harmony, I let peace move through me. And journal what actions you're going to do to put this into motion. You know, what action will prove that I've made peace with my own becoming? And if you want, I have the harmony candles in my shop. You can definitely do that. And there's a spell that goes with it. But it's all about choosing from a place of gratitude and at the same time not bypassing. So do the work. If you're in the shits, you're in the shits. That's okay. But we're going to choose and live at cause because we're gods. Okay. And I say this from personal experience because the last couple of weeks I have been in the shits and it has been rough for me. That's why you haven't heard from me. I got some really bummer news, and I'll share more of that later when I am able to. But I'm telling you, choosing to live at cause, it can be hard, but it is also the most empowering. Okay, so my loves, the story of the week, like we said, 10 of Cups, we're going to restore our heart. The world, we're going through a completion cycle, and the 6 of Swords reverse, we're being ferried across the river to a new journey. Then we got the last quarter moon and the new moon. So face what's in front of you. Choose with integrity. Let endings clear the way for what's real. That's the work and that's the freedom. All right, my name's Cathelina. Sorry I forgot to introduce myself previously, but if you've listened this far, just thank you. Thank you so much. My name's Cathelina. I'm the voice behind Oracle Audios. And until next time, remember who and what you are, which you are God, and stand in your power. Okay, toodles.